Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nikase, and listen, long story short, I'm committing myself to posting a video every single day for a year just to see a transforming year for me. Yes, I would love to see growth and all that comes with it, but this is just truly for me to see if I can actually stay committed. So yeah, let's get this video started. So I decided to have dinner outside today, me and Daxton. And for those who are new here, Daxton is my 1-year-old. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I have a 1-year-old now. It's crazy, still a baby. And I'm sitting here and I'm just reflecting on lots of things, and I think majority of the time that's what people tend to do. We just reflect when you don't have like social media all in your face or a TV in your face. You just think about things. So in 2020 my dad passed, right? And one of the things that I can remember is that people would always come up to me and say, man, your dad did this, your dad did that, your dad did this. Now, mind you, he wasn't buried here in America. What are you doing? Okay. He was buried in Haiti, where he's from. And I didn't know so many people were going to come out. So my father was definitely one of those people that was always helping somebody out. Like, I remember there was this one time he was picking me up from school. This is before I had my car. Before I had my no. Okay, hold on. He started throwing his food on the floor, and I don't play that, so I had to get the rest of the food before. I don't like food being wasted, so I had to get that. I had to save the food. Anyways, my dad was picking me up from college, and we were living in Miami. Well, I was living in Miami at the time. And coming from that college, there's a street called Opelika Boulevard. And we was going down that street, and it's a one-way street. And this person was coming from the other intersection and tried to turn into our lane. So everyone is honking their horn, trying to tell her, like, it's a one-way street. You can't come here. And so she's like, oh my gosh. So of course, she's trying to turn her car. It was all bad. So she tries to turn her car back into the direction that she was going. But then another car coming down that lane, somebody's always speeding, hit her, boom, and her car just, I'm sitting in the vehicle like, did I really just witness this? My dad is freaking out. He's literally freaking out. He's like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And I'm like, what can you do? Like, accidents happen every day, and that's the difference between my dad and I. Like, me, now I'm different, but at the time when accidents happen, someone called 911 or whatever, but I never think to really like pull over to see what's going on with the person. I'm always just like, I'll say a quick prayer for that person, hope they're okay, and I would call 911, but I'm not gonna be the one to pull over, actually help. My dad was just, and we were all the way on the other side of the lane. Like, it was 4 lanes, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Accident happens in front of 4th lane right here. We're all the way over here. He's like signaling the people on this side, like, for him to drive over so he can go help the lady. And we pull over to the side, and he runs to the car and he pulls the lady out. She had a baby, and she's screaming, my baby, my baby, my baby. And he goes, him, and it was another person who pulled over to help, and they helped before authorities arrive. And that's the kind of person my father is. He's always gonna lend a helping hand to whoever he can. And sometimes it was even over his family. Not all the time, but sometimes that was just the person he was, such a given person, and I can't take that away from him. And even if we had our issues, I can never ever take that away from him. He will stop doing what he needs to do to help somebody else. And so while we're in Haiti, I'm thinking, a lot of people not gonna really be at the funeral because it's last minute. It's not like he was sick or anything. He died all of a sudden. And so when we get to the funeral, the amount of people that wanted to pay their respects to my father, and it was just like mind-blowing. And everyone had similar stories of how my dad helped them in such a way or whatever. But my dad helped with his family first because he was the reason why, some of my family members were able to make it to America or even survive in Haiti, because he would work tirelessly and send them money and take care of them and blah, 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 because he was the Elvis and all this other stuff. So I say all of that to say is because I'm wondering, when I die or leave this earth, however I leave this earth, what do I leave behind? And sometimes we tend to talk about legacies and things like that. But I feel like some people, when they think about legacy, they think about like money or like a lot of people knowing their name or their work and stuff like that. And I'm just like, nah, when I die, I wonder, what am I leaving behind that will impact people or generations after? And one of the important things, that was such a big yawn, sir. And one of the most important things I want to leave behind is the love of Christ. I want people to be able to be like, oh yeah, that girl loved Jesus. I want people to be able to be like, yeah, she was kind, she was important. Like, because of her, I can do this. Or because of her, or because of knowing her or knowing her character, I can operate like this. And that just trickles down to other generations or whatever the case may be. And if I could leave something, bless you, baby. And if I could leave something physically behind, that would be cool too. And like one of the things I did was write a children's book. And that was to positively affect the children who, travel to do 2 different homes, who, and that was based because of my stepson. And I know that's something I'm leaving behind, but it's not like a big old popular book, but that is something I left behind. But it's just different things. I'm like, okay, Lord, my biggest influence is that I want my love to be poured out onto others, and others see me as like, why do she love the way she loved? And I want it all kind of turns back to Jesus. So I think I'm going to really work on that. Like, dang, that girl love the Lord. And now I love the Lord. So, I don't know. Those are the things I'm thinking about. Because, when we die, I may not have been the most influential person. And I may not have always been like not friendly as in like rude, but not always putting myself out there. Because this is different. I can talk in front of a camera. That's nothing to me. But having like those face-to-face conversations are how the Lord has impacted my life. I want to be able to do that as well, because I want generations after to know that because of this person here, said person being me, that they love the Lord. And they can give their life to Christ as well. Anyways, that's what I was thinking about. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Comment below. You okay? Anyways, love you guys. Love you guys, but Jesus loves you most. I'll see you guys in the next video.